it's time for me to introduce the guest that we have representing, or at least talking about all the cool things happening during Women's History Month and just in general for women in Rocket League. First things first, we have, like I said, former pro Rocket League manager, G1 Esports Ops Coordinator, and Women's Cardball Operations Director, CatJeans. Is there anything she can't do? We're still trying to find out. And then, of course, next to her is my cast duo, first of all, full-time Rocket League streamer and content creator for GenG, founder of Women in Rocket League, WIRL. Make sure to keep that locked in. She has it on her Twitter all the time. And also significantly worse at RL than CatJeans. That's a nice little note you put in there.
Just felt like being honest.
Welcome to the show. It is an absolute pleasure to have you both.
Thanks for having us. I'm really happy to be here.
Yeah, of course. Now, like I said initially, it's definitely been a big month here for women in Rocket League. Of course, there was a lot of discourse and conversation on Twitter during the last month of just about where the direction is, but it seems like everything has been on the up and up. I want to start off with Widow. You are actually running a 10K Invitational. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, definitely. It is this Saturday and Sunday. It was a really big honor for me to be partnering with Rocket League to make this happen. We have 12 pro players in this, so it's not completely just pro teams, and 24 other creators and players participating as well. They will be random teams. It will be extra modes. It will be a big opportunity to showcase a lot of different women in the scene. I feel like a lot of people think like, oh, everything that can only happen with pro players is in, WCB tournaments, or there aren't enough females in other content creator events. And so this is a really big opportunity to showcase a lot of women in this community, large established women, up and coming streamers as well. It will be on the front page of Twitch on the first day. There will be drops enabled, and I'm just super, super, super excited to make this happen.
That is absolutely fantastic. I've seen you've also announced the captains there on Twitter. Again, guys, please be sure to follow Widow on Twitter to kind of keep updated with that, because that is coming up really soon as well. It should be a jam-packed event. You want to be able to keep it locked in for that. But that's not the only thing that's going on as well. Allies Women's Open was also announced. And I want to throw this one to you, CatJeans, because this was a very big announcement.
Yeah, this tournament is one of the biggest tournaments for women that we've had the opportunity to play in, as far as the prize pool and the sponsor with Rocket League, Ally Bank. It's going to be just a really, really good opportunity to kickstart Women's Rocket League along with Widow's event. As you said, this month has been a huge month for women's events, and I know of even more that are going to be announced. So it should be a great opportunity for Women's History Month and International Women's Day to really get the ball rolling again.
Yeah, it's definitely just being able to see all of that come into fruition and kind of now become like its own thing. And now that we have so many more events and just a elevated platform, because there's definitely been so many passionate people around the scene who have come in and said, voiced their opinion and voiced, them being able to get that stage back. And now we have it. That I do want to get a little bit more into that, but I also want to throw it to Bates, because I know Bates definitely has something he wants to add here.
Oh, I got plenty of things I want to add. First off, I'm just very excited about we are here. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
It's big for first touch making moves, and then of course those tournaments in particular are also big for women in Rocket League. I mean, that's prize pool that it gives different opportunities, more light and exposure shine onto women in game and everything. And I'm really stoked to watch and hopefully see people really ball out throughout that. Now it's time to get into a little bit of a bigger discussion. A little bit more deep of a discussion, talking about in general why it's important to have opportunities for underrepresented groups in esports, and for you two in particular, because I don't think there isn't enough light shown upon this topic, and we really don't get a woman's perspective when they're grinding a game or coming up and picking a game, and how that has shaped y'all's experiences. I'm sure y'all's experience might be a little different. It might be somewhere along the same. The communities that y'all end up joining, et cetera, et cetera. Like there isn't enough of that happening in the Rocket League scene or even the esports scene in general. Like that's given out them and disseminated to the mass populace. So the first thing I want to ask y'all is like what are y'all's what has y'all experience been like being in the Rocket League community and like coming up and getting to the position that y'all are in today?
I can go first if
Yeah.
that works. All right, sweet. So I've been playing video games since I was in middle school as a 12-year-old, starting out on Minecraft and just build my little survival world.
Come on, Minecraft.
So once I got into Rocket League, it was a very different experience because Minecraft as a whole is a pretty wholesome game. But when I started playing Rocket League, that was when I really first started experiencing kind of the barriers that women face in esports and just playing casual video games as well. There were a lot of times that I was really discouraged in trying to get better at the game because people would say really mean things because maybe my profile picture was too girly or my name was too feminine, and they would take that as a reason as to why I shouldn't be playing the game or why I didn't belong there. So if you have any type of identity part of your profile that's feminine or indicates that you're a woman, a lot of times you will receive harassment or toxicity for that, and a lot of women get discouraged from playing video games because of it. And I think that's why we see a lot less women in competitive esports because it's hard when everyone's just telling you to go away.
And you guys are like fighters too. Like the amount of like support and just being like on Twitter or showing visibility to all of those negative things instead of shying away. You guys have definitely used your platform to be able to speak out against certain things that may make people uncomfortable or even certain people, and just kind of showing that dedication and support really kind of, like, at least in my eyes, show that this is something that you guys have been willing to build from the ground up here. And I feel like Widow, like there's like a certain amount of like pride that you guys like have with that, just being able to do like everything you can. Like it's kind of brought just the community of women in Rocket League together even more in that aspect.
Oh, 1,000,000%. And so piggybacking off of what CatJeans was saying, I think most women in this community have also dealt with something similar. If you have your profile picture as yourself, there's comments in game that are going to make you want to change your profile picture, and you shouldn't have to have those thoughts. You know what I mean? Or if you do something, or if you wear something that is considered like girly on your car, there's comments and it's like, oh, this or that. And the second somebody realizes in game, oh, hey, this is a woman, everything shifts dramatically. Like when voice chat became available again and everyone was so excited for the content, and everyone was so excited for the possibilities of what this could bring to the game. Unfortunately for a lot of women in the community, it wasn't the same feeling because you could be having the best game of your life and then suddenly turn on your mic and be like, oh, hey guys, let's do this, let's do that. And everything shifts dramatically. But outside of that, for me, specifically, as like I've been a streamer, I've been streaming Rocket League for over 4 years now. And one of the biggest things that caused me to start WIRL, outside of the toxicity, it wasn't even just that. There are toxicity in every game, and I'm also blessed that for the most part, the Rocket League community is, as a whole, the community, the creators, and everyone in it are very welcoming. They are awesome. They are all constantly looking to build things up. But I would have people come into my streams. I had just finished a 2-year challenge. There were so many women on amazing orgs, making huge moves, hosting huge parties, releasing music, doing all of these things. And I think it was like 4 people in a week come into my stream and be like, oh my God, a girl playing Rocket League. I didn't know that girls played Rocket League. I've never seen another girl play Rocket League. And I was like, what? Because even like for me on my size, there are so many more established women in this community who've been around for a lot longer, who were averaging a lot higher, or there were women who were also making moves. There were women on top orgs that people are rooting for in RLCS. They were hosting the watch parties. They were doing all of this. And there were still people coming in genuinely going, oh, hey, I did not know other girls played this game. And I'm just like, that is a visibility problem. That
Mhm.
is a big thing that I talk to a lot of young girls. I have a lot of moms, that come around who are like, hey, my girls like gaming and I like watching you with my girls
Mhm.
because they don't, see many other people doing this. And so with WIRL, it's an opportunity for people to have a place to be like, hey, here are all of these women that are either professional players, they're either professional content creators, they're casters, they're hosts, they're holding these events, they have their streams, they're playing for competitive teams, they got picked up by amazing orgs and things like this that people don't know exist. And so I think a lot of what people forget with days like International Women's Month or days like International Women's Day and Women's History Month and things like that is it's not just to talk about adversity and it's not just to talk about things that they've overcome, but it's also to give a platform for people and to give them an opportunity to be like, hey, there are so many women here, there are so many incredible, talented, awesome women in the Rocket League community, and here's your opportunity to start watching them and finding them, and so people can eventually stop thinking girls don't play video games, girls don't play Rocket League.
That's facts. I love that. I
That's
actually, that's incredible.
that's incredible.
Yeah.
That's an answer.
That is right.
That's an
There's a lot of
listen,
words. Sorry.
No. I mean, no. I mean, they're important words,
Mhm.
and I was gonna follow up because you and CatJeans touched on it, and it's just more so like the ways the community can become more inclusive and direct people, young girls, young women to y'all streams, or like put like more of a focal point on y'all. Are these tournaments a way, or is this one way, or and if it is, are there more ways to on top of that? To really like maximize that and get that out there to like change that social stigma that gaming is just for dudes, because it's not. Gaming is for everybody. And yeah, that's my general questions I want to ask y'all. Kyle, I love that whole entire answer. So
Yeah, I can jump in a bit here. The events are obviously a huge way of increasing the visibility of women in the scene. I've had a lot of event organizers reach out to me asking, how do I make a women's event? Because I don't even know any teams. Like, are there women's teams? And I'm like, I got 30 teams waiting for something to play in. Let's go. So the events are a huge, huge way to increase the visibility, especially things like Widow's tournament in partnership with Rocket League and the Ally Bank tournament. But I think you can even reduce the efforts to a super, super finite and small way of changing the culture and the stigma around women in gaming literally when you're playing a game. So
hmm
to me, my favorite thing is playing Rocket League or, any other title. And when somebody starts being toxic to me or harassing me because I'm a woman, when other people can speak out for me before I even have to try to defend myself, um, that's one of the biggest ways to be an ally for women in gaming and just normalize the fact that we're here, we're not going anywhere.
yep.
So if you ever see somebody giving a woman a hard time in a game, don't, if you see it, maybe say something. Say, "Hey man, that is not cool. I do not condone that." And then report and move on. There's just, a lot of small ways you can help women. If you see a woman being harassed on social media, report them. Don't just scroll. Let's like we can work as a community to change the stigma and change the culture so that we can exist cohesively, and it can be an ally or a widow tournament, or it can be just down to your casual games you play at night.
And if I can add one more thing onto that, it's not just so it's really great, and I'm 100% on board, and I 100% agree. Like when you see people harassing the women in your lobbies and things like that, please do call it out instantly, report it, all of that, 100%. But also another big step in making all of this easier for women and making all this easier for anything is also not making a big deal about a woman being in your lobby.
hmm
Like that's the biggest thing is if
Speak on
you
that.
realize
Speak
somebody,
on that.
yeah, like if you realize somebody is a woman in your game because you saw Twitch in their name or because you saw their profile picture or anything, the biggest thing you can do, like the women aren't wanting you to we aren't wanting the opposite. we're wanting the indifference in between it. We're not wanting people to go, oh my God, you're a woman and I'm so glad you're in my lobby and this is the best thing that's ever happened to me. No, we just want people to be like, we just want people to be like, there's a woman in the game and not phase them, not bother them, not have to be pointed out, not have to be any of that, you know? Like, yes, 100% like shut down people who are being trolls, who are being rude, who are being awful. But besides that, you just don't have to make a big deal about it. Let women game with you because they're in your lobbies, whether you know it or not. They're in their lobbies, whether they're typing or you have chat, or whether their profile picture isn't showing their face or something like that. It's just letting women be a part of the space.
Oh, that's definitely solid. And like even from a casual level all the way up to esports level, like women in gaming, women in Rocket League, it's not going anywhere. It's definitely here to stay. So it's being able to support that and definitely being more I want to find a better word than aware, but just having more just kind of like social awareness goes like a long way. Even when we play, I mean, I have like a lot of friends in that play in WCB, mainly Angie and Bella. Love Bella. Bella's better than me in Rocket League. And I have to admit that.
Oh man, listen, that ain't hard.
First of all,
that ain't hard. That ain't hard. No, Bella's really good.
Come here to be attacked.
Wait. Bella's really nice.
Bella's really nice.
Bella's nice at the game. But when you bring yourself up, see, you should have said like somebody better than you or something.
What the heck?
You just like people might think you're like champ one.
No, because I remember that. Were you there? That 6-man? It was like I think it was me, you, Austin against Bella, Gyro, and Omar, and I just kept getting pre-jumped, and I was very sad. I was very sad about
Bella's
that.
nice. I mean, she was keeping up in the lobbies like that. Yeah.
Bella like 2K MMR.
Yeah, but she's so great. But the thing is that the visibility probably isn't where it should be. There's probably a lot of people watching this who don't even know who Bella is. And that leads me to what I want to ask you, CatJeans, is like the importance of elevating underrepresented groups in esports as well, because it's starting to get more recognition, but of course there's a reason why. And I want you to touch on that if possible.
And talk on the 6-man's experience in that, and like how to get how should women or just people in general just navigate the 6-man experience to like get to that level? Because like 6-man is a big aspect of that, but then you got when people are trolling and all that, like how that is like perpetuating keeping women from getting like to the RLCS level, because there's people who could have a realistic chance of making it.
Yeah, I mean, as most people know, if you keep up with esports, 6-mans is a huge resource for visibility and breaking into the pro scene. So I'll jump back to Daz's question about the importance of women's carball, leagues like women's carball that have a season that women can compete in. So I first want to clarify one thing. A common misconception about women's carball is that it exists to replace RLCS for women, which is not true. Women's carball exists to foster women talent and give them a place to compete among each other, away from any type of toxicity or harassment for their gender that they may face in things like 6-mans. So the whole goal is to have this safe space for them so they can grow into a player and compete in RLCS. Women's Carball specifically schedules our qualifiers around RLCS so that our women can play in both, because a lot of our competitors do that. We have a couple of top 100 players. We have some really, really talented players in women's carball. So that's really the whole goal of it, is to have that safe space to elevate them and give them a place to compete so that once they are ready to enter RLCS, they have a lot of experience under their belt. And then when it comes to the 6-mans thing, I'm going to just be honest right now. I'm not good at the game. I don't want to disclose my rank, but it is low. But I specifically play 6-mans, and I play in small leagues because I am a really competitive person, despite the fact that I'm really bad at the game. I really enjoy playing it, but the main reason that I play 6-mans and I play in these leagues is so that I can normalize a presence of women in them. And I'm hoping that if I spend enough time playing 6-mans, if I spend enough time playing in these leagues, which I have received a lot of toxicity for, maybe it will eventually become normal for someone like me to be playing in them. So years down the line, a young girl can play, and like Widow said, no one will be phased. It'll just be normal, and everyone can continue their six-man's game or their small league game and not even notice anyone's gender. So yeah, that's my own personal project right now.
I kind of have a personal question for both of you guys, and this is for women who may want to enter the Rocket League community. What is the main reason that you guys chose to enter this game, particularly over any other game?
Well, mine was a little bit different. I'd been streaming for about a month, and I was looking for a new game, and I stumbled into a friend of mine's stream, and I thought it was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. I'm not gonna lie. They were a little intoxicated, and I saw cars and tornadoes. They were playing Rumble on stream, and I was like, this is absolutely ridiculous. But I was an Xbox streamer at the time, and that night I saw that it was on Game Pass. I wouldn't have to buy it before free to play. Used to have to spend $20 on this game. I didn't have to buy it at that moment, and so I downloaded it, and I was like, I'm gonna play on stream for the first time. The first time I touch this game, everything I do is going to be live. And so I switched the game to Rocket League, and just instantly it is kind of like I was saying earlier, where like in-game can be very toxic. Like the community that came to my stream instantly was just amazing. Streamers, viewers, content creators, and things like that I got to know because of that were so incredible. And it was a game that, like, you know, despite some comments, like really like is very interactive at like getting their content creators involved and things like that. And everyone in this community was just so wonderful, and that's why I stuck with it.
Yeah, I personally joined because I was in college at the time at Michigan State, and I joined the esports club.
No, not Michigan State.
Go green, go white.
No, go blue. Go blue.
Anyways, that's a separate conversation. But I joined the esports club because, again, Minecraft, we don't have to talk about that either, but I found that they had a lot of other like subgroups in their clubs, and one of them was Rocket League. And despite the fact that there were really no other women in the esports club besides in the League of Legends club, shout out to them, Rocket League seemed like the most understandable game.
Heard you on that.
Soccer with cars seems easy enough.
Yeah.
Surprise,
Right.
it's not that easy. But,
It really ain't.
but I still tried. So I would go to their little meetings every Wednesday night in the Commerce building, and Michigan State, their Rocket League club was so welcoming to me, and they all were super helpful. They'd give me training packs. They'd tell me how bad I was, but that maybe I could get good one day. And from there, I just that little community really helped foster my love for the game, and I guess it just really started there, and I never stopped playing.
Oh, ain't that crazy? Okay, listen, I'm gonna say something good about Michigan State. Go ahead, Michigan State. Way to get CatJeans and Rocket League. That's good about you, Michigan State. That's all the niceties I got to say about that, though. I mean, my girl's island of Michigan, so I got to rep go. I got to rep go blue. Sorry.
Valid. You're
Of course,
valid.
it's always go Tigers about everybody else. Also, I mean, it's not go Buckeyes.
I was
Buckeyes
gonna
are terrible.
say,
Okay.
if it was about a Buckeye thing, like I gotta go, unfortunately.
No, it's always go Tigers for me, though. Shout out LSU.
Wow.
Shout out LSU. But, ladies, this conversation has been nothing short of phenomenal. We really appreciate y'all coming on and providing this perspective and educating, and hopefully people were listening. Hopefully people were listening and learning and interpreting and take this convo and really think on that as we try to make Rocket League and esports in general just a better place to be in. Before we let y'all go, I got two things. One, are there any other ladies y'all want to shout out, give them some love? Shout out to the Twitter handles or Twitch handles of other important women that y'all want to hype up. And then, of course, you got to shout out yourselves. And then lastly, shout out G1's acquisition, because, I mean, CatJeans, you could talk about that and talk about the whole league and when the qualifiers happen. So it's a three-parter, but you know
All
what I'm
right,
saying.
I got this. 1, 2, 3. First off, G1 acquisition of women's carball. Humongous shout out to the leadership at Gamers First for acquiring women's carball and putting this league back on track. Like we discussed, this is an incredibly important league to help foster women talent in the scene. And I can guarantee you in the next few years, some of the women in women's carball, you'll be seeing them on the stage. Mark my words. You'll see them at Worlds.
Okay,
They're going to get there.
I'm with it. I'm with it.
Number 2.
Winter quals? Wait. When are the dates of that?
Oh, North American qualifiers start on March 17th. And the stream will be on March 18th for the closed.
Yep.
So March 18th, tune in to twitch.tv/women's carball to watch that. And then EU is on April 1st, April Fool's Day. Maybe I'm lying. I'm not. On women's carball, same handle. And then as far as who I'd like to shout out, I'd really like to shout out the Bronze Baddies. This is a team that I was a part of with KCDia and Kia, both on Twitter and on Twitch. I played with the Bronze Baddies for a season. We had a great time. It was the most fun ever, but I moved into an admin role with Women's Carball, and Top Gun 7 took my place. And ever since I left, they have been performing so much better. So please go give them a follow.
Yeah. So for me, I'm gonna shout out 3 people. Well, 2 people and one other thing. For me, the 2 people I want to shout out. One are Hercules. If there is anybody who is right now giving a lot of visibility to people on broadcasts where they otherwise wouldn't see women playing, where they wouldn't see, a woman on the screen, right now she is paving the way. You see her profile picture right now at the bottom of the screen under CatJeans right now. Her being on the desk is huge for so many women and girls in this community, constantly getting to see. And it's another aspect. We talked about players and we talked about content creators. She's sitting on the desk, she is hosting, and she is doing an amazing job. Ironically, somebody that you also shouted out, I also wanted to shout out Top Gun 7. That is a woman who has a grind no matter what in the Rocket League community. She is constantly streaming, and she is also phenomenal at this game. She's a 4-time Rocket League Twitch Rivals champion. Literally has won 4, I believe, 3 or 4 of the Rocket League.
And she lost with me. She lost with me, so I held her back. I held her back from getting a W.
She is absolutely phenomenal. So her can Top Gun. And then a third one, if I can, is not a person, but a bunch of people. Women in Rocket League Twitter account right now, yesterday and later today, is posting all of the women who are playing in this event. This is not to kind of promote the Women in Rocket League Twitter handle, but mainly to say if you go there right now, you can see all the captains who are going to be playing in the event. This Saturday and Sunday, the players will be being posted today and tomorrow as well. And every single one of the 36 women in this event deserve your attention, and they deserve your follow, and you deserve to get to see them play. So those are everybody I wanted to shout out.
Hey, and shout out yourselves.
Yeah.
Oh, gotta stay humble.
Gotta stay humble.
I'm CatJeans. That's me. I'm on the operations side of Rocket League as far as esports and women's carball. So if you're interested in any type of things like that, not a streamer, obviously, there's a sheet behind me for this, but I always am open to providing any type of advice or insight to women or anyone who's looking to break into the esports management side of things. So if you ever want to talk about Rocket League on that side, I'm open to talk.
And will you be at LAN?
And I will be at San Diego. There are some amazing announcements that are on the way regarding G1 and women's carball pertaining to San Diego. So please keep your eyes on Twitter for that.
Okay. Hey, just make sure G1 knows I need a sweatsuit.
Listen.
I need a sweatsuit.
Man's just trying to get merch.
Size medium.
That is crazy.
They were so drippy though, right?
I know. I need a size medium. I made that happen.
All right. I wrote it down.
And I am Widow. You can I stream a lot. I haven't the last couple days, but you can find me a lot on Twitch or on Twitter, added below my name. Or you can follow Women in RL on Twitter to see everything that we're doing over there. I am a full-time streamer. I've been for 4 years. I'm a content creator for the best org in the world, GenG. And yeah, I'm just really excited. I will also be at LAN watching GenG Mobile 1 Racing probably win it all.
That's right.
So
relax.
Yeah. head to head. No, but I'm super excited. And thank you guys beyond everything in the world for having us on today.
Yeah, I wanted to add on to that. Thank you guys so much for giving us a space to talk about what it's like being a woman in Rocket League and Esports. And shout out to the First Touch production team, especially Astral Sky. She's been so sweet and helpful. And she's another lovely lady behind the scene making things work. So thanks for having us on.
That's facts. I know she's
Shout
gonna
out,
love
Sky.
that. Shout out, Sky.
No problem.
out,
Thanks for coming on it. Thanks for sharing these beautiful stories that are very impactful. I enjoyed it. So
Yeah.
thank you.
Thank you guys so much. It really does mean a lot to be able to have you guys come on and talk about all this for us. So,
Thanks, guys.
we thank you, and of course we're gonna let you guys go to enjoy the rest of your day, and to plan your events that we're all looking forward to. So yeah, we'll see you guys, and again, thank you for joining us on First Touch.
Thank you.
Thank you.